This morning, the Senate Judiciary Committee held a hearing aimed at protecting the lives of babies who have survived an attempted abortion. Witnesses for and against the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act testified. Catholic News Agency's Matt Hadro reports now from Capitol Hill.
Good evening, Tracy. The Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act seeks to legally protect babies who survive an abortion attempt. Democrats last year successfully blocked the bill from going into effect. Today's hearing is an attempt by the Republican-led committee to resurrect the bill.
Former registered nurse Jill Stanek of the Susan B. Anthony list testified about holding a baby in a Chicago hospital in 1999 after he survived his abortion for the last 45 minutes of his life. She called it a life-changing moment.
I couldn't let this baby die alone, and so I cradled and rocked him.
Republican Senator John Cornyn of Texas questioned the CEO of the National Women's Law Center, pressing her on why she supports letting a baby die once it's been born alive.
These are babies that are already dying. And the question is, in those last moments, who is making the determination about how those last moments are going to be spent?
So you think all of these children born alive after a botched abortion are going to die anyway?
Again, I really reject the framework of the question.
Democratic Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois says infanticide is already illegal.
I don't believe what's being done with this law adds anything to that. I think it complicates the situation.
Last year, Democratic Senator Tim Kaine wrote in a letter, "The bill's sponsors forced a quick vote on this legislation rather than holding hearings, where they would have to publicly answer questions about the legislation." He continued, "I oppose infanticide and support the current federal law that protects all babies from the moment of birth. Our point of disagreement is not over the treatment of babies, but about whether existing law already accomplishes our shared goal." Republican Josh Hawley of Missouri counters.
Half the states, don't have rules that say no. You've got to give children who are born alive the same care, even if they're part of abortion.
Senator Tim Kaine said that we need to hold a hearing. You're trying to push this legislation through, so we're giving them the hearing that they asked for.
Last year, 53 senators voted in favor of the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act, including 3 Democrats, Senators Manchin, Jones, and Casey. We'll see if enough Democrats support the bill this year, an election year, for it to pass. At the Capitol, Matt Hadro, EWTN News Nightly.